The Emperor rises in Star Wars The Old Republic. Aion announces its next free expansion. All that and more. I'm Zach Sharps, and this is Free to Play Weekly. Looking for a new free-to-play title set in the not-so-distant future? Well, JC Planet has announced that their shooter Metal Reaper has moved into a global public beta. What does that mean for you guys? Well, if you're interested in a futuristic free-to-play shooter, then you could check out the game right now by downloading the client on their official website, and then start playing. Metal Reaper, besides being set a little bit in the future, also is set during a time where the world has grouped up into two alliances, the Asia Federation and the Atlantic Federation, and while these two factions have historically worked together, the crashing of a space colonization vessel has led to all-out war between the two federations. In regards to character customization within the game, it currently only features preset characters based loosely around the branches of military, and each character comes with their own unique skill sets and weapon customization. The most important thing though about the game is the gameplay, of course, and what does it really offer? Well, right now there is currently multiple gameplay modes, dungeons, non-targeted shooting, and a low PC requirement. All that kinda sounds to me like a good weekend warrior. Those of you who play BioWare's Star Wars The Old Republic may be interested to hear that there's a pretty sizable free content update that just hit the servers. Dropped in patch 3.2 Rise of the Emperor is access to new storylines, a new planet, and more. Given that you've already bought Shadow of Revan and have a character up to level 60, of course. If you do, then the planet of Zeoist will become available to you, regardless of your faction. Once you arrive, you'll be working once again with Lana Beniko, if you were like me and you romanced her, then giggity giggity, and Theron Shan, in order to stop the Emperor from gaining any more power in a galaxy in chaos. Despite my feelings on the heavily restricted free-to-play model within SWTOR, I am still quite happy to see BioWare continue to expand the galaxy without me having to pay for another expansion. Fans of Runewaker's free-to-play MMORPG Dragon's Prophet got great news this week as the new Shadow of Betrayal expansion is now live. Featuring a new zone called Sithrin, 2 new adventure dungeons, 1 new raid dungeon, and a slew of new dragons to collect. You gotta collect them all. This seems to be a decent addition to the game, and also, what would an expansion be without a level cap raise? Well, this expansion does have that covered as well, with a raise from 102 to 105, a small increase, but size doesn't matter, right? Wait, let's leave that up to you guys. It's time for the question of the week. Last week on the show, I asked what was the worst launch of all time. A user by the name of Almighty Power said the following: Firefall had the worst launch, removing Arena, which was the worst thing they could have done to that game. They basically spent years of development trying to do esports PvP that was also easy to jump into and enjoy, but they just took that idea and threw it away, destroying one of the best parts of Firefall. Thanks for your response, and as always, if you want your comment possibly featured in next week's episode, make sure to leave a comment down below. This week's question is simple: does size of a content update matter in MMOs, or is frequency more important? In my opinion, I'd rather have a large content update than frequent ones that are tiny, but of course that's not also including hotfixes as well that I would normally expect. The free-to-play post-apocalyptic MMO FPS by Vostok Games, Survarium, launched one of its largest patches to date, which is supposed to set the stage for a more enjoyable experience overall, complete with a drastically changed faction structure, massive UI improvements, a lot of skill and weapon changes, and a new ranking system. I would say that update is pretty large. Generally, it's also being well received by the players on the official forums as well, which is a really good sign for the game. Have you survived Survarium? Leave a comment down below. For our last news segment of the week, NCSoft has announced their next free content expansion to their widely successful free-to-play title Aion. Entitled Upheaval, the expansion sends Dragonlord Baratra on a rampage across all of Atria, where it'll be up to all the devas of both factions to stop him and his villainous horde. Being that a splash screen was really the only thing shown, and that there will be new zones, questlines, and new gear of course, we really don't have a ton of information for you just yet. But that being said, you can count on us keeping you up to date on our website, mmobomb.com, and if any further info is released, I'll be sure to talk about it on the show. You know what I always talk about on the show, giveaways. Yes, if I haven't already brainwashed you to check out the giveaways page, bookmark it, and check it every single day of your life to make sure you never miss one, go ahead and start doing that. As for myself, my name is Zach Sharp, signing off until next week's Free to Play Weekly. I'll catch you guys next time.